Howdy, gang. Welcome back to Pentiment. Pentiment. Fucking Pentiment. This is the first time I noticed this little menu up here. That's crazy. It's a quick map to help me get lost. Whoa. Whoa. Anyhow, I believe I was going to try to break into the library now. Oh, that's the plan. Uh-oh. Right, I was supposed to read that. It said, "Oh shit, Matthew is the curator or whatever. I gotta stay out of sight till he gets past." You can't see well. It is strange that he has glasses. Like, people really got glasses at this point in time? I'm not sure. Anyways, we opened the secret path earlier. Yup, it's gonna take a while to find the records I need. I'll lose some time tomorrow morning unless I turn back now. I mean, can they really expect me to show up on time after getting kicked out? It'll be fine. Maybe it's like I should come in here when I have multiple things I need to find to maximize my gains. I think there are two things I'm supposed to be looking for, though, if I remember correct. Derbis Cambriane. Mugwort. Southern Wood. The writer is Caldifus of Salopia. I don't believe I've heard of him. Mugwort and Butcher's Broom. I'm not familiar with their properties, but they sound extraordinary. Butcher's Broom? You talking about Southernwood? Jesus. Sorry, I just ate dinner. A beautifully illustrated book, and the author appears to be speaking from his own personal experiences. A wonderful hidden treasure for the Abbey. Well, it's just a herbology book. Don't help me at all. Am I supposed to, like, go up the stairs? Can I look at these other bookcases? No? Okay. You're schmoovin'. Bust a schmoove. What do we have here? Bifolium from the Mysteria Ashra. I read a number of treatises on astronomy, but I've never heard of this one. It seems rudimentary, explaining the connection between astrological signs and the elements and their basic relationship to alchemy. Each sign is governed by one of the four elements. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces are the water signs. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo are earth signs, and so on. It cuts off there. The next page is about something else entirely. Sister Illuminata must be trying to reconstruct the larger text. These two pages were interesting enough, I suppose, but quite basic. Wait, what's the connection between the astrological symbols on Phoenix cipher and the elemental symbolic of Volvelle? He figured it out before I said it because I was reading, but yeah, I was just thinking that. The little puzzle wheel thing, this tells me what sign relates to what element. Water, earth. That wind? Is green wind? fire. If I turn to wheel the element that matches the sign, I can decipher the note he left. Excellent. It's quite basic, like he knew this stuff the whole time. Why couldn't you solve the puzzle before? I'm most curious. Historia de Laboritio Laborium. What? Some kind of map. Is it the Abbey? And what the hell is this? Meredes, Drians, Serpenio. It's not a compass. The fuck is it? Roma. Yes. Is this like a UN? These are countries, right? Judea, Germania, Leons. I don't know. Foretells some incredible libraries across the Christendom, but a labyrinth. I'd love to get lost in such a place. I'd have to see if I can borrow this book when I have some free time. Is this like a work of fiction about a library labyrinth? Oh, I see. The thing on the right page is the structure on the left. So that must be the actual library. Maybe these are all in different languages. A UN. You'd think they'd be that progressive. I think all the important forbidden books are just out in the open, like someone is reading them. This looks promising. The Familiars of the Sisters of Kirisu Abbey, yes. What? I can't read this. Mother Catherine was the first to enter records, it looks like almost 50 years ago. Oh, and there's the documents of abused women. Sister Hildred from the Goldrich family in Ramsburg, quite wealthy. Seems like she became the prioress after Mother Catherine. Why is this one not important? Or is it because it's the same name? This is maybe when she became the prior. He gave her a different title. Sister Cecilia Adelhart? Or is this Mother Cecilia's record? Oh. I see. Mother Cecilia. Wait, she is from the Welser family. They're one of the most powerful families in Augsburg. It looks like her family donates a lot of money to Kirisu every year, more than my family's season 10. Sister Gertrude from Hoff. The herbalist, yes. Her father's an apothecary, that explains it. Matilda Oblate, yes, the Nuns' Slayer? Appointed official in the monastery responsible for maintaining food supplies and maintaining the grounds. Oh. So, literal cellar. Cellar, she came from Kempton. Merchant family, they donate pigments to use in the scriptorum. Quite thoughtful, I'll have to thank them if I ever get the chance. Note it says Sister Matilda left the Abbey for several months. Why would she go to a hermitage? Seems strange that she's the only entry with such a note. Says she's just out of town, but really she's fucking dead. Or maybe she's with child. The date's 3 years ago. This was just before Father Matthias died. Which meant it was around the time Baron Rothvogel visited. This has to be it. Matilda must be the nun the Baron harmed in his last visit. Talk to Mother Cecilia again, and maybe Sister Matilda as well. So she's back. She only went to a hermitage for some time. So she's alive. Maybe she had to go, like, get an abortion or give normal birth to the child and give it away. I mean, she has syphilis, no? Like, the Baron had syphilis. I guess it would have to be recent if it didn't kill him. You know, that child would have been born with something funky if that's what happened. This should be interesting. Sister Illuminata. Named Angelina from the Capochi family of Pergunia. It looks like they have some connection to Kirsu, though not an old Abbot Rudolph. Her family donates money to every year as well. Sophie of Burgitz. Her family is poor, but they donate flour. Elizabeth Oblate. She's from Utrecht. It looks like she had an eventful life before coming here, married with a child. Both died. Her merchant family has some connection to Curacao through the Kaufmans of Rothberger ob Tibur. What? Sister Margaret? Oh, the blind girl who assists Gertrude. She went blind because of failed surgery on her cataracts. Failed surgery. See, there was a typo there, you piece of shit. Wealthy peasant family, they donated wool and pasture in Kumerl. Sister Zedna, this should be good. They donate a fortune to the Abbey. No wonder Mother Cecilia and the Abbot let her behave as she does. Probably talked to Matilda before Cecilia. Baron and the Nun. Occult hands? Our Frank has been acting strangely since the Baron arrived. I should talk to him and find out. Oh, it's Ferenc, by the way. Heard someone say it in Dying Light of all things. Of all places. There's a Christmas event going on right now, and there's little tiny elf zombies that you can dropkick. It's hilarious. Ferenc's house, I discovered a Volvelle. Yeah. Widow's Curse. Where's Angry? I should talk with Lucky, yes. Archdeacon is coming. The flood, it's just a flood, there's nothing I can do about it. Okay. I thought there was something else I was supposed to be looking for in here. Maybe that... No, I found it. The book about the Volvelle. Who dat? Oh. Oh. What in the... Shit. I'll break for the stairs. He can't possibly catch me. I'll talk to them. We can work this out. We'll come to an understanding. Alright, I just need to wait for Ruger and Matthew to leave. Just a little patience. What am I going... What's this? Just extra text? What am I gonna do now? Just wait for them to finish, then leave. It can't take that long, can it? No. I'd speak with them openly in good faith as men of reason. I think running might get me caught, but they're fucking... speaking with them while they're fucking one that ruins the mood, too. It could get me caught, but I have leverage now. Wait for them to finish, then leave. Can't take that long, can it? Go. They'll notice, but can they catch me? How fast can two monks run? Do I just wait? Do I gotta watch these gay guys fucking... What if they catch me and I wait? Like, that's a... Like, there's nothing wrong with what's happening other than it's happening in a church. And they, like, swore vows to not do this shit. But, like, it'd make me very uncomfortable to sit here and watch this if it was not what I'm into, right? No, I'm gonna blackmail them. Fuck it. I got rhetoric school. Oh, well, hello, good evening. Whoa! What are you doing, eh? Andreas, what is the meaning of this? Did you follow us in here? No, I was just out for an evening. I don't care what you two are up to, that's between you and God. I didn't mean to alarm you. I came looking for clues to who killed the Baron. Just let me walk out of here or I'm going to tell the abbot what I just saw. Let's not go to blackmail right away. I know Brother Piero didn't do it. Something else from the abbey or the town has to be responsible. You know Piero's a good man, pious monk. I can't let him die. Oh god, I can't believe Brother Piero could murder... I'm sorry, it's just so shocking. I pray that God will deliver mercy to Piero and bring the true culprit to light. I'm glad you're doing what you can to help him. It's difficult for the rest of us to act, given the abbot's opinion. Andreas, how is skulking in the library help you prove Brother Piero's innocence? I'm not sure. Do you know why Sister Matilda was sent to her hermitage? I do recall a period where she was absent, yes. One day she was just gone. I don't know why. I don't normally concern myself with Mother Cecilia's business. I never spoke with her, but Wilslav told me he was sent away to a hermitage for health. Rudger. Why does Volsev know about Matilda's whereabouts? They are both sailors and have reason to go home on behalf of Abby. Just as you have more contact with Sister Lumnata than I, Brother Volsev has more contact with Sister Matilda. In any event, I wish you good fortune with proving Brother Piero's innocence. I trust you will keep all this to yourself. So long as you do the same. Of course. I will not say anything to the others. We should go. Good night, Andres. Fuck me, daddy. Alright, that went as good as I could have hoped. Why you gotta be late in the morning, though? Like, you can't just be missing a couple hours of sleep. It's not that big a deal. I'll do it occasionally. Reckon I skip out on sleep most days of the week. Andrew. Good morning. Oh, it's not morning. It's the middle of the night, Ursula. What are you doing up here? Gab. I see. Haha. Would you like to tell you a story that could help you sleep? Have you heard the story of the cat in the cradle? And the silver spoon with the little boy blue and the man in the moon? Far from up north in Flanders, where Landhart's mill came from, there's a town by the sea. 100 years ago, there was a great flood where on the feast of St. Elizabeth, you know how mad your dad gets when the water comes through your farm. Well, it was like that, but much worse. Your dad saw St. Elizabeth's flood, he'd probably lose all his hair on the spot. The waters rose so high that everyone had to leave town. Many families lost their homes. When the floodwaters went down, the townsfolk went to look for survivors. Would you believe they saw a baby's cradle floating in the water? I know, it strains credulity, but it's about to get even stranger. There was a cat in the cradle. It was jumping back and forth to keep the waves from getting in. The townsfolk couldn't believe it, so they slowly rowed their way out into the cradle. And when they looked inside, what did they see but a tiny baby warm and dry? Oof. Anyway, that's what they named the town, Kendrick. Makes some sense if you know Dutch. Kid didn't care. Let's go back to bed. Cat saved the baby. Oh god, I missed first shift. Holy shit. I'm fucked. I'd miss like half of it, maybe. Find someone to eat with. Hello, Andreas. It's nice to see you out and about. Morning, Clara. Keeping busy? Always. It's not the washing, it's the cooking. The mending, the tidying. It'll all lose my head if it counted all. And that's before we get to the wood. The wool. My goodness about the wool. Wool? We sheared the ewes last week and prepared for the lambing. You remember the bleeding, I'm sure. How could you forget? My ears are still ringing. Now the wool's all washed and we got a pile of spinning to get through before the lambs are born. Where will we find the time? Who does the spinning, you? Goodness, no, it's too much work for one woman to bear, all the woman's bitchin'. Many hands make light work, eh? Even baby Ursula? Oh, we give her a little wool to play with, but she's too young yet. Not for much longer, though. My mother taught me to spin when I was still in soft shoes. Never had much of a hand for spinning, so I enjoy company more than work. There are so many of the women in town are in the same room together. We share recipes, stories, hardships, friendship, you know. And maybe a little bit of gossip, too. You must know quite a lot about the goings-on in Tasting. We know some, it's true, but Johann Bauer is to watch over us so things can't get too rowdy. Oh, Andreas, you should come by. I'd like that, thank you. Everyone will be glad to see you, I'm sure. We'll meet at Johann Bauer's house. Please come by in the morning or afternoon and speak with Johann. Get back to my labors, but it was lovely to see you, Andreas. Take care. Be well, Clara. Oh, Andreas, I meant to ask, would you care to join us for a meal? Perhaps another time. Of course, be well, Andreas. I'd like to get information from someone. God bless you. Andreas, got dinner plans? So long as Clara don't mind an expense. Yes, let's go. Perhaps another time. Yourself. Who dat? Sep. Are you Joseph? That's right. Well, Sep Huber. Joseph. Call me Sep. That's pretty Chad-like. That makes it easier. My father's name's Joseph. You call your dad by his Christian name? You're an artist sang with the Gertners? Yes, Andreas Mahler. I work in the Abbey Scriptorium during the day. Alright, I think I've seen you in the meadow on your way to and from. Anyways, I live past the mill far from the land there with my family. The mill farmland. I came into town to talk with Endress about some nails. I'm just waiting for him to finish up. Take beer everywhere you go? If I'm thirsty, you're damn right I do. Fair enough. I'll leave you to it. Thanks, nice meeting you, Andreas. Likewise, until later, Sep. Zimmerman. Old Otto. Andreas, care to eat dinner with me and Otto? And just now, Otto, but thank you. What's the name of the stonemason? Speak with Lucky. Working next to his house north of the town commons. Okay, so he's to the north. See if I can't work in dinner and a conversation with this man. This looks like a stonemason. Got any incriminating evidence in here? Agnes? Andreas! Good day, Lucky. Do you have a moment to talk? Make it quick. Wonder if I might break bread with you and Agnes, who's never shared a meal. I don't see why not. Agnes would be glad to have you. Now good. What a world. And you just walk into someone's house and say, hey, we're eating dinner together, bro. Feed me, bitch. That'd be great. Let's not keep her waiting then. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which you are about to receive from your bounty. And we pray you keep safe the souls of the two innocents who rest at your side. They are dearly missed. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 You're looking tired, Agnes. Did Else keep you up late? I don't mind it. She needs the support, and I'm happy to give it. Someone has to look after the women in this town, and Werner's hardly cares to. You don't care for the doctor? He's terrible. Haven't you met him? Stuck-up ass who thinks he knows everything just because he went to a fancy university. No offense meant to, of course. You, of course, Andreas. You never lorded your education over me. Elsa deserves better than his clammy attentions. The women of Tasting are lucky to have you as their midwife, Agnes. Bless you for saying so, Andreas. I'll try to do right by the women here, as I hopefully would do right by me. It's the Christian thing to do. Even if woman in question is Elsa Million. Is Elsa Miller's wife? Married to Lindhart Miller, yes. I'm surprised you haven't met her yet. Something happened to her. She's lost a child a few weeks back. She was overjoyed when she finally quickened, but her bleeding returned soon after. It has been difficult for her, but she has been through before. She will make it through again. Farmer's bread. Trout. Swabian ravioli. Oh. Ravioli. She is strong in her love of Christ and love of her husband. He does dote on him, though Leinhardt hardly deserves it. Probably Leonard or something, but I'm reading how I see it. Why is that? The miller is not a kind man, not to peasants and not to his wife. Spreading rumors is not Christian behavior, Agnes. It's hardly secret. The man has power in this town. He makes certain we all know it. Take it as a caution, Andreas. Don't get on the miller's bad side. Noted. The best thing we can do for Elsa is to care for her as neighbors, like Christ tells us to. She isn't the only one in Tasting who struggles in her marriage. Even Brigitta has her troubles. Martin Bauer's wife, I didn't realize he was your daughter. Our only living child, yes. But God rest their souls. We should never have agreed to their marriage. She deserves better than Martin Bauer. She loves him, Lucky, and she had to marry sometime. What could we do? Found a man who isn't such a useless shite. At least we got a wolf out of it. I'll make sure he grows up solid. He'll become a great stonemason. Just like his granddad. In this situation, I think I'd pick up the bread and just eat it with the trout on top, but, you know, eating the bread soaked in the trout's probably also pretty good, so go with the trout. Now, why don't you tell Andreas about your work at the Abbey? You said you found something strange in the building. Strange how? That. I was repairing a cracked wall down the crypt. The abbey used to be a Roman fort, right? So it's no spring hen. I bumped into a relief of the Virgin, and the doors slid open. That was the damnedest thing. I already found that. I discovered the same thing. Fascinating architectural detail, to be sure. That odd abbey's full of secrets makes me make no mistake. Anyway, stuck my head through the trap door and found the nuns, seremed? What does that mean? One of the nuns seremed. You didn't tell me that part. Felt bad for scaring them. Oh, one of the nuns screamed. Must be what that said. Jesus. You must have frightened Sister Illuminata half to death. I probably should have knocked first. Never know who you'd find behind a closed door. Speaking of work, I should get back to it. Still lots after that storm. It was lovely having you, Andreas. Take care, Agnes. Lucky, thank you for your hospitality. See you around the Abbey, I expect. It's not quite what I wanted to get out of him. Agnes. Hello, Andreas. Something you need? Something occurred to me while we were eating. I see that. I segued it. Andreas, I have things to do. Father Thomas needs me to help at the church. After that, I'm going to finish with old Otto. So, if you don't need me to repair a wall or fallen chimney, then leave me be. I can see you're busy, so I'll keep it brief. I hope to ask you a few questions about Baron Rothfogel. I don't think so. Why not? I don't want to. You're a grown man. That should be reason enough for you. Well, no, I'm investigating a fucking murder. You should suck my cock. I saw you shouting at the Baron when you arrived in tasting. So what was it about? Andreas. A man is dead lucky and another's life hangs in the balance. Christ compels us to speak honestly, neighbor to neighbor. God damn it, Andreas, I told you to leave me be. Christ has nothing to do with it. Lucky already told me he didn't want to talk about Lawrence. But it's clearly they argued over something important, or Lucky wouldn't be so hostile. Lucky is known to be an honest man. Maybe I can push him just a little more. Though I don't think he'll take kindly me suggesting he's a murderer. Yeah. I mean... Did you kill him? I have nothing more to say to you. Don't bother me again. He's not being forthright with me, and he seems eager to get away. And if I wait here, maybe he'll leave and I can observe his actions. Or should I do it now? It'll probably take a while. I'll do it now. You know, I got kicked out of the Abbey, so if I don't show up on day 2... Just stand here. What's that, fishing pole? Are you fishing for stones? Skipper. Oh dear, something the matter with the Zimmerman's basin. Nothing going on here, just having a rest. How are you doing? You're looking well, very healthy. Oh, you're such a flirt. I've been taking a restorative made by the new doctor in town, Warren Stoles. Being a parent is terribly exhausting, you know? Haha, of course you don't, but I'm sure you will someday. Nice man like you. Gertner's feeding you enough, you're looking a little thin. You're looking thick! Oh, take some of this bread. That should perk you right up. Nothing like bread to fortify the spirit. I'm delivering to Father Thomas. You know how the father loves his bread. He's quite the bread enthusiast, my favorite customer. You should come by the bakery more often, Andreas, and would love to see you. It's so cute when she tries to steal your hat. I'd love to. Can we discuss this another time? Oh, of course, until later. Master Mahler, here you are finally at the church, and it's not even Sunday. A bad place to hide. Noon, have you seen Lucky? What can I say, Father Thomas? I miss you. I took your words to heart, Father Thomas. You think all of this, your eternal salvation, is a joke? Afternoon, Father Thomas. How's your favorite customer? Ah, Gert, you know I can't live without my rye. You're too kind. Please enjoy it with my well wishes. I should be off very well, you two. I told you, leave me in peace. What are you doing here? Father Thomas and I were just discovering my new enthusiasm for the words of God. I was just telling the good father how much I missed his company. Okay, long time no see. Are you still angry? That's persuade. Brotherly of you, I wonder what's changed your heart. Are you following me, Andreas? Yeah? And all of these are a little incriminating. God damn it, Andreas, don't play dumb with me. Lucky, leave the man be. He and I were talking about the church. All's well. Now tell me, how is my wall? Urgh. The damage is not difficult to repair. I can do it next week, and I can put the fallen stones back up now. That would be marvelous. I'm sure the lady would appreciate it too. Please don't risk yourself. Get some younger men to help you. Need a hand? Lucky? He's refusing me help. Bam! Afternoon, Father Thomas, Andreas. Lucky, see you soon. Don't work too hard, eh? I would have started with the big one at the bottom. I guess that one is like the biggest, flattest piece. It makes a better foundation midway through. Even at his age, Lucky is quite able. Only Big George can match his strength. Thanks to you for your labors, Lucky. He did say it was like a heavy object the size of a fist that killed him, right? Like, that guy bashing with a rock or maybe a statue or something, but Some happy strongman. Now he's looking pretty sus right now. Tell me, Father Thomas, is the waterfall where Lucky and old Otto go fishing? I don't know, there are many fish there. Heard salmon and trout gather in the base of the falls, yes. I'm not much of a fisherman myself, a bit of a squeamish, you understand. Why do you ask? Surely you're not really following Lucky. Hey, he's an honorable man, Andreas. Sorry, I have to go. Be well. I'll go with Christ. Goodbye. You're an unusual man. It was a fishing pole. I thought it was maybe some kind of stone masoning stick. Something mix mortar with and apply it without getting all over you or something. Fucking pincher bug? I haven't seen one of them in years. More than years, like 2 damn decades. What was that? This is silly. Bro, what the fuck? Good God, those poor fish. I guess you don't want to fucking flopping around the bucket and jumping out on the ground, but what the fuck? Till later, Otto. Must be where one of the childs died. Salt mine. Maybe a cave-in or something, or... It's not really a mine, it's a quarry. No, there's the mine, never mind. Two innocents. That's strange. Are there 2 people who are buried here? Children, perhaps? Could they be Lucky's children? But why would they be buried outside of the churchyard then? Unborn children, perhaps? Almost like someone was trying to hide them. Alan left a note with flowers. Remember the girl, 1 grave for 2 innocents, the red bird flies, end chapter. Is this like a pregnant woman who got killed? The writing is identical to the scripts on the note Brother Florian found with the Baron's body. So he left a similar note, again, very suspicious. Maybe she, like, got raped and impregnated and killed herself when she found out. Someone was trying to lure Lucky to the chapter house to kill Baron Rothfogel. It remains to be seen if he did. I mean, it's in monastic script, so... You know... Yeah, lost Lucky. Grave does seem important to him, but could it be motive enough for him to kill Lawrence? I don't know until I figured out who's buried here. He'll talk to his wife instead. Find someone to eat with. Oh, what was that? Or I saw a little interact by a rabbit here. Nah. Perhaps I will go to the bakery. Father Thomas was there. Maybe I can talk to him. God be with you, Andreas. I guess he doesn't eat like that. Sounds like the Miller's a big player. Maybe I should get to know him. There's Elsa, Paul, Leonard. Hey, Paul. Hello. Paul, right? I don't think we've talked before. I'm Andreas, staying with the Griffners. Oh, but you're not a farmer. You're living with the farmers. They let me board with them while I work in the Abbey Scriptorum. You're a monk? Sometimes I wish I were, but no. An artist. Oh, like you do drawings. Drawing, painting, calligraphy. If it goes in a book, I can put it there. Oh, is that... How do you get money? Oh. Abby pays me, of course. Art is a job, just like being a miller is a job, but it's also a calling. Beauty brings me closer to God. My dad says drawing's stupid, it's not worth anything. You like to draw, Paul? Yeah! More than anything, I have to do it where Dad can't see. He gets mad. Sorry to hear that. Well, if it means a lot to you, maybe he doesn't need to know. Can I tell you a secret? Nothing on earth would please me more, young master, nor... Sometimes I draw in the ruins in the meadows where Dad can't see. What do you draw? Cats? Mom? I don't know, stuff. I probably shouldn't be talking to you. Dad wouldn't like it. You're probably right, I'll go. Till later, Paul. And hey, keep drawing, alright? I will, boy. Good kid. Alright. Wanted to talk to the man, but, you know, maybe get into his wife first and get her to invite me over for dinner. Forgive me, I've forgotten your name. Andreas Mahler, Master Artist. Novice Inspector. Oh, a master at such a young age, it's impressive. Well, I admit I'm not quite a master yet, still finishing my masterpiece. What is that like? Fulfilling a dream. I wish I could dream. You can, you have the right, just like anyone. Do what? I have my family to care for. Leonard, Paul, my sweet angel. The mill. Ah, I apologize if you didn't get properly introduced. You must be Elsa Mullerian. Yes, that's me. I heard Clara and Ava had an artist boarding with them. That must be very exciting. They treat me very well. Perhaps Ava more than Clara. No, Ava's sweet on someone else. Oh, I only meant living on a farm among the townspeople. Isn't it very lively? Do I complain about her husband? Maybe. Only when Peter starts raving about the Miller's stall is like bringing up the subject. Oh dear. Ursula brings some joy to the household though. Such a lovely little girl. Talk to your son Paul, he seemed like a good kid. Paul is darling but so shy. I pray the Lord may someday bless us with a daughter. Elsa, have you finished with your gabble? There's work that needs doing. Oh no. I'm sorry, I have to get to my labors. Of course, I apologize I bothered you until later, Mr. Smuller. Until then. Trying to break bread here, and I know you make fresh bread, so how about it? Evening, you're the Gertner's boarder, aren't you? How could you tell? You've the sallow look of a man who doesn't see the sun much. Quite unlike the Gertners. They're rustic folk, to be sure. The only one among them with a mind is Ava. There's a smart girl. How is she, by the way? It's fine, why? I'm only curious. She used to bring their barley to me, but Peter insists on delivering it now. You do something to Ava, you freak. You got a wife and kid. Shame, she's shown me some curiosity about the mill. I'd hope to foster that. Fucking her in the mill? Huh? You know how this goes. It's always about sex in these times. Uneducated folk, that's all you can think about. I've seen such a marvelous windmill since my time in Flanders. He did say it was a unique windmill, like a different kind of design. There are many in the farmlands along Leyre, particularly west of Ghent. Ah, the Lys, a lovely range of hills. Right, Flanders' famous hills. River, actually. It's the Lane, Flanders, the Lys in France. What? What's this like being a, actually? I don't know. This one sounds like he's wrong. Show him I'm educated. Of course, the Lee, I misheard you. She's the only windmill in Bavaria, did you know? Constructed in expectant detail from Dutch specifications. A gem of the Alps, and none of the curious dolts here can appreciate it. Except you. I see, so this guy, he's got a cool thing, he just wants everybody to see it. That's why he pays the tax, he wants to be like, yep, this here state-of-the-art technology here. You got God propelling my motors here to crush this here grain. Yeah, some church peasants are the problem. I expect to have more urgent matters on their mind. I should be going until later. Until later than Muller. I mean, seemed like a positive conversation at least. Carl, Helena, Till. Sure, I got a good reason to be breaking bread with them, man. Truckers, Central Town, Down Commons. Otto, you know, Lucky. Maybe you can tell me about him. I have supper plans, Andreas. So I'm joining me at Dad's at our table. So is dinner like lunch and supper is dinner? I appreciate that, thank you. Let's get going then. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to see from your bounty. Through Christ and Lord, Amen. 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 How are you feeling today, Dad? Hand's been killing me, back's killing me, goddamn knee's been killing me. Want some advice, boys? Don't get old. Classic. Hope you find some relief soon, old Otto. Only relief coming my way is death, I suspect. Farmer's fate ages you beyond your years. Just look at my boy here, works too hard. He does, but what choice does he have? None, with the abbot breathing down my neck. I tell you, he wants me to replace the roof on his house next. Did he just replace the roof in the scriptorium? Ah, you might have seen something. Yes, I made a mess of my shoulder doing it. That's why that bastard Gurnet orders me around. You think I'm one of his little monks? Oh, the way. Rye bread, salmon, poached egg. Eggs need to be eaten while they're like fresh and hot and gooey still, so let's start with that. He works you like a dog and says it's for the glory of the Lord, am I right? But the work does need to be done, and Otto's the only carpenter in town. And peasants need fucking roofs. Why should the wretched abbey matter more than them? Because it houses priceless knowledge? The abbot's bad, but the miller might be worse. The shed Leonard's been screwing us for years with his toll. I've never spoken to him. Is he really so bad? I just spoke to him. What do you mean? He's worse even than you know, or will ever have to know, being a visitor, for which you should be thank the Lord. Imagine your only income for the year was in the wheat you could grow in the summer, and the miller determines how much of it costs to grind into flour. What if you have a poor season? What if the miller raises his toll? What if everyone has a great season? There's too much goddamn flour to make any money with it. You tell me the mill's too efficient, but it's also like too precious to not charge it out ass for. The farmer's at the mercy of the weather, the church, and the miller. Two of those are beyond the powers to influence. But the miller is their neighbor. He sees them struggle. He should help them, but not Leonard Miller. He only takes more. hadn't considered like that. God willing, Leonard will meet justice in his life for the next. Expect I know which Otto prefers. Ah, you're accusing me of your Christian behavior, Master Mauer. Unchristian behavior. On to more pleasant pictures. You see any of those nuns while you were working, Otto? Dad. The rye bread's got like butter or cheese or something. Probably butter. Can't be hot. Get the sandwich. I remember that Cecilia woman being pleasant and looked me back when I worked up there. You know, I fucked up. I should have dipped the bread in the egg. You pay much attention to nuns, old Otto? Maybe you know about the nun. Oh, I pay attention to everything now that I can't work. Lots to see in the world, like nuns. Women wear no exposed skin. What could be under there? I wonder. Mother Cecilia would not appreciate being spoken. Well, let's not dishonor the man at his table. Other pretty sisters up there as well. Sometimes they catch the wrong man's eye. Shame what happened to that one a while back. Glad she came back, though. You mean Sister Matilda? I heard she had to leave. Afraid so. We don't know all the details, Babby business and all, but the rumors were grim. Still a pretty woman since she came back, but her eyes turned to some kind of sad. Now, if you want to hear all of Tasting's little secrets, you should go to the spinning bee. That gaggle, you can hear them cracking from here. I was invited to attend. Should I go? Sure, if you're interested. I always get a kick out of it. Not just because Ava's there. Certainly doesn't hurt. Hey, son, I need to lay down. Why don't you say goodbye to your friend here? Alright, Andreas, the old man needs his rest. Of course, thank you for having me. Sure, of course. Sleepy time. Be at Johann Bauer's house just off the commons. Let Johann know I want to attend. Perhaps in the morning. I really ought to go into work, but I don't know, maybe the afternoon shift. Not in trouble. Andreas, Christ, there you are. Wolsov. I supposed to talk to him? Mind your language, brother. I've no time for delicacies, damn you. It's the archdeacon. He's come early with entire retinue in tow. He's questioning everyone who knows the Baron and Brother Piero. I've already told him the little I know. Uh-oh. Maybe I would have seen him arrive if I went to work. He expects to speak with you tomorrow at Nuns. He requested you specifically. They say why? No secret you've been poking around the town, Abby, sticking your nose in the rot. I hope you're prying at his born fruit, or Piero's neck will meet the sword. I've done my best with the time I've had. Only had a couple more days. Yeah, I literally need like another day to follow up on this lead I got with the note. Whatever happens, Piero knows you've been working hard on his behalf, and he's grateful for it. Only Andreas. What is it? It's just, you know as well I do, the Baron was not a good man. I'm not saying he deserves what he got, just you think hard about what you tell the Archdeacon and who you tell him about. You understand? You don't need to worry, I've found nothing that implicates you. Smile. It's not me I'm worried about. Sorry, I didn't mean to shout. You don't deserve that. All I'm saying is, if you're searching, you're heard anything about a certain sister, I ask you keep it to yourself. I can't make any promises. I don't ask you to lie, Andreas. Don't be Christian. Only consider who your words put at risk. Should return to Kirisu. The abbot will be having a fit right about now. Be well, Andreas. I pray for Piero's deliver once again. You should as well. Damn. Considering that, it seems like maybe going to work would have been a complete waste of time. Like, there's more important shit I gotta deal with right now. Gotta follow up on the note and on the sister. I wanted to go to the spinning bee to learn more about the sister, but I might have to make a beeline right for her. No, maybe the spinning bee would have gossip about the two deceased as well. I should get some rest. If someone from the town did something, there would definitely be like hot gossip, right? What's this, a maze? Controls like shit. Andreas, where are you coming from? Dad, I'll be home soon. Need to finish the commission for the Abbey. What? Good. But finish that masterpiece too. And it's time for you to get on with your career. Yes, of course. You're not going to quit this like you quit university, are you? Aha! No, of course not. Good. If it weren't for the work I did for the rector, you never would have had the opportunity. Most people never get a second chance after they throw something away like that. I know, Dad. We'll see you when you get back. Sure, alright. That's why I hate calling my fucking relatives. There's always a level of judgment there, even when they're not saying anything. No, it's you. I only have the picture of you and what my brother Daniel made. I really don't have any idea what you're like. You really want to get married to a stranger? Why should that matter? Right, everyone keeps saying that. It's like some fucking high-stakes Tinder, bro. I got a fucking little portrait for my brother, and he's like, yo, yay or nay? Married. You swipe right. That's what I'm saying it to you now. Because I'm saying it to myself. Exactly. I'll see you soon, Andreas. For real, I mean. I suppose that's true until then. Welcome back, Andreas. It has been too long since you have graced this court with your presence. Apologies, Your Majesty. My mind has been preoccupied by a tragedy at Kirisu Abbey. What manner of tragedy? The murder of a nobleman, a close friend of Prince Bishop Freezing. My friend, Brother Piero, the abbot, is the only suspect. I know that he could not have done it. How do you know? Examine your assumptions, my son. In addition to having no motive and violence not being part of his character, he's not physically capable of the act. He is of limited strength and has palsy in his hand, makes holding such paintbrush difficult. It's inconceivable you would have the strength to resolve to kill a baron with a blow to the head. A whole lot of inconceivable shit happens on this hell of Earth, Andreas. Not deny that it's possible, but it's extremely improbable. So what do you intend to do about it? When I'm brought before the archdeacon, I tell him I know other people who had motives to kill the Baron. I have to believe he'll see there's much more likely suspects than Piero. Why have you taken this task upon yourself? I have to save Brother Piero's life. He has no one else to help him. There's the investigation plans the Abbey. I want to protect it. I want to find the real man. I want justice. The archdeacon must be a man of learning. Do you think he is incapable of discovering the truth? Well, I think there's a framing, and it's got to work on someone, right? Some of the dumbest shits in Christendom are judges. Ain't that the truth? There's just a fucking court ruling that said that boneless chicken wings can't have bones. Are you fucking kidding me? It's in the fucking name. For all that Andreas knows, this archdeacon might not be able to tell his head from his asshole. That's my fear. No matter what evidence I present, Piero's fate may already be sealed. What does that shit for brains abbot care about the death of a useless fart like Lawrence Rothfugle anyways? Powerful people get upset when other powerful people are murdered. This confirms the existence of the Abbey. Oh no, the Abbey. Who gives a damn about those hypocritical assholes? In any case, Andreas' ability to prevent Piero's death depends on the judgment of the Archdeacon. Wise or foolish, corrupt or just, the Archdeacon will be the first and possibly final arbiter of Piero's guilt. Andreas must win the Archdeacon to his side using the tools favored by men such as him. Reason? When's the last time you met a man who was truly ruled by reason? Wisdom? Wisdom can be shared, but the audience may not comprehend it. Authority? Despite your talent, you're merely an artist. He has been invested with power by the Prince Bishop of Freezing. You have no authority with him. Honesty? You must be honest in all things, Andreas, but many are not willing to accept the truth. And the cost of honesty can be high. If reason, wisdom, authority, and honesty cannot triumph, what am I left with? Hope. Lies. Truth. Truth is honesty, you fool. Above all, faith in providence. Faith in fate. Well, what do you plan to tell the Archdeacon, Andreas? There were other people in Kirisu and Pacing who had motives to kill the Baron. Prior Ferens feared the Baron would report his occult interest to Inquisitors. How so? Prior Ferenc and the Baron shared a fascination with occult text. The Baron was pressuring the Prior into performing a ritual for him while he was visiting Kirisu. Where Ferenc refused, the Baron threatened to turn him to the Inquisition. How did you come by this knowledge? I found written evidence, a letter from Ferenc to the Baron, in which he discussed all these matters. It's a dangerous thing, a monk dabbling in the occult. His very soul could be in danger. But if you didn't do it, you just get fucked. And, forget the soul. He could have defrocked, excommunicated, even killed, all for a little curiosity. Better stay stupid and ignorant, that's what I say. We're well aware. I've read many of the same books Prior Ferenc has. Most of them are harmless nonsense. That's not the position of the Church, who views these matters suspiciously at best of circumstances. Prior Ferenc feared loss of his status, his life, even God's grace. Men have killed for less. How might the Prior have accomplished the deed? I'm not certain. I haven't found anything I think could have used as a weapon. It will be a challenge to convince the Archdeacon that Prior committed a murder this foul. If you mean to suggest Ferenc is a suspect, you must find a weapon to convince the Archdeacon. Are there any others you suspect? I found no other suspects. You brought a worthy mystery before this court, Andreas. I pray God we have granted you the insight you need to face the coming challenge. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'm prepared to meet the day. Before you go, Andreas, there is one more thing to consider. You will be summoned to the Archdeacon and tell him what you know. But you need not tell him everything. She means you should only tell him about the people you don't mind dying. That's one way of putting it. There's a place for a noble lie. This is not one of them. Alright, the Baron's dead. All the people with the motive to kill him suffered either directly or indirectly from his wickedness. Simply mentioning a name to the archdeacon may endanger them, whether they had anything to do with the murder or not. Right, no point throwing everyone waist deep in the shit. I protest any attempt at deception, but you must ultimately follow your own conscience, Andreas. Little time remains for you must stand before the archdeacon. Use it wisely. I'll do my best. We'll meet again, Andreas. God be with you. And also with you, your majesty. Alright, so it sounds like, at the very least, I need to find this damn weapon to prove that it wasn't a knife murder, which, you know, takes a lot of suspicion away from Piero, right? And, like, it shows that there's something else going on. There's, like, a frame job. So that should be my first order of business, because I gotta talk to this motherfucker at Nuns. Basically just have the morning here. It'd be fun to have you spinning with us, Andreas. Nobody see you spinning bee, Andreas? Yeah, I hope to go to the spinning bee, but I gotta get my ass to work. Gotta find that damn weapon. This is stressful now. It's fucking opened up and I got like shit to do in every direction. I wonder how many days we really get. I think the game's only supposed to be like 15 to 20 hours or so. So I suppose a lot of that will depend on my reading speed. Blood. Blood stain is awful. It must have been left by a baron before he died, but how? I mean, I guess someone could have slammed his head into the wall, but that wouldn't match the impact size, right? It was roughly the size of a fist. Something could be hidden out in the garden. What recipes the brothers have for peas? It has to be hidden like kind of nearby. Maybe you take it to the sink to wash it off. Or to the animal pen where nobody would really want to look around and sift through shit. cemetery could have some weird rocks in it too. Volvelle. Over matches. Looks big in the picture, but it's kind of small. Maybe the weapon. Brother Gerard has been dead quite some time. Why is this grave disturbed? I'd like to know. Something hidden in there? Do I need to, like, to find a shovel first? Seems like a lead to me. Where can I get a fucking shovel? I have to go on to the town. You, perhaps? I can't use this. I don't know what I'd find in the Prior's house, but it's worth checking. Abbott's house. Oogie.
Pascali laude.
Yes, I'm sorry about what's happened to Brother Piero. I do not know him well, but I find it hard to believe he could have killed the Baron. You have any idea you might have done it? Did you see anything? You're always in this hallway. Sadly, no. Most of the morning I spend my time reading in the courtyard, but the rain made that impossible. Although my brothers are friendly, I do not know them well enough to speculate I am. If you would keep your spirits up, I would like to offer to eat with you. Well, you and some of the townsfolk have become acquainted with the Albin family, but you do not feel comfortable making this offer myself. If you approach them on my behalf, I would appreciate it. The gospel says that man cannot live on bread alone, but from time to time, a little bread is required. You keep looking for the murder, perhaps later. Of course, understand? God give you help. Till later. Sorry, Andreas, I can't lay you down there. Father Gurnett doesn't want anyone talking to Brother Piero before the archdeacon arrives. Am I gonna do a lope with him? I know. Just a few moments. I really shouldn't. I need to talk to him. Sorry, I can't. I understand. Damn, that was mostly in my favor, dog. Sorry. No, you're right, I'll leave it alone. God bless you, Andreas. Hello? Well, it seems like I might not be able to find the weapon, which may be buried in that grave. But I can at least find more suspects. Matilda? This is the one I need to talk to, right? God bless you, Master Muller. May I ask you some questions, Sister Matilda? You know, Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's truly necessary. It's concerned with the murder of the Baron. Yes, it's tragic, but what does it have to do with me? Why did you have to leave Kirisu to go to a hermitage? Baron Rothfogel had an appetite for young women. Neither his marital vows nor the vows of women seemed to matter much to him. When I was on my way to town one day, he surprised me in the meadow and made his interest clear. Like fucking ran out of the bushes and flashed his cock. And I refused his advances. I thought that would have been the end of it. This was not enough, because he did the same thing the next day. I refused him again. When in doubt, whip it out. Continue. Thought if I was patient, the problem would leave with them. I never thought that the Baron was capable of doing what he did. On the third day, he attacked me on my way through the meadow. He dragged me into the forest where he could have his way with me. I managed to badly scratch his neck. It saved my virtue, but angered him. He beat me until he was exhausted and he left me there in the woods. Miracle you weren't killed. Yes, and I thank God for it. Mother Cecilia had me removed from Kirisu for my safety until I could recover. Okay, so, like, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. No pregnancy. And, the actual act didn't happen. It was just, battery? Soul is like a verbal thing. Sexual assault and battery. There you go. The advances. The wounds to my body have healed, but the attack has left a lasting injury in my mind. I'd say it sounds like a strong motive. I was angry, I was filled with hate, yes, but it's been years. Mother Cecilia and Father Thomas helped me move past the anger to find love in this community. Father Thomas? Yes, Father Thomas is our confessor. We can talk to Mother Cecilia about our problems, but only a priest can hear our confessions. Sister Matilda, did you receive a strange note recently? Was someone just trying to lure everyone with a possible motive in, and they're all gonna look suspicious, but really it was someone else entirely? Yes, how'd you know? That's exactly what's going on. That complicates things immensely. Others have received notes as well. That say, here, look for yourself. Remember what he did, the violence he suffered. The red bird flies, and that ends chapter. Raphael, the red bird. I found it in my bed, the Nuns' dormitory. Can you keep it if you can keep it if you like. In your bed? Who could have put it there? The only people allowed beyond the garden are the sisters. I can't imagine any of them making this. Maybe that new sister. She likes to stir up shit, doesn't she? Mother Cecilia and Sister Illuminata have beautiful handwriting, but both of them would have been so kind to me. Thank you for your time, sister. God bless you, Master Mahler. That was fruitful. A shovel, a bloody shovel. The shovel has blood on the blade, not normal. I think Sister Matilda uses it in the garden. I should ask her about it. I was gonna talk to the mother, but it's exactly what I needed, a shovel. And it's covered in blood. I'd say a shovel's about the size of a hand, right? Maybe a little bigger, but you know, the impact area. They say Margaret and Gertrude. Matilda. And there it is. God bless you, Master Mahler. May I ask some questions, Sister Matilda? Back already. You know, yep. Have to ask about your shovel. The garden shovel. I wouldn't say it's mine. It belongs to the Abbey. I just use it more than the other sisters. With blood on it. I recently used to kill baby rabbits in the garden. The other sisters are too squeamish to do it. You just murder rabbits like that? You don't have to, like, tell a game warden or nothing? I didn't clean it because it was going right back into the dirt anyway, but why bring it up? The shovel. Oh, I understand. No, I didn't use to kill the Baron. A man is not a rabbit. Thank you for your time. Bless you, Master Mahler. Alright, well. Is he strong enough to kill live animals? I mean, that's... doesn't bode well for her. Obviously, the guy's two children is dying is a sensitive topic. You wouldn't want to talk about it. Makes him look suspicious as fuck right now, but now she's seeming a bit sus. He has to check out this grave. Do I need permission to dig it up? I wonder who's in charge of that. Maybe Ference would know. Any reason someone would be exhumed, maybe. Speak with the mother this time, since that's what I was gonna do. I thought maybe I could use the shovel. I guess not. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. There's something I can help you with? I need to talk about Sister Matilda. Matilda told me. Of course. What happened to Sister Matilda was tragic. Lawrence the Baron tried to seduce Sister Matilda. She rebuked him several times. So one morning he attacked her in the meadow on the way to town. He dragged her into the woods. Sister Matilda is a strong woman, but her resistance was met with violence. When pilgrims to the shrine found her, she had been so badly she could barely move. Ah, so it happened at the shrine. I said that would be a romantic place to fuck, didn't I? Assuming the Baron didn't suffer any consequences for the attack. No, I knew he wouldn't. I also knew that bringing the attack to the attention of Father Matthias could put him in possible position. The Baron would suffer no consequences, but the abbot would have refused his continued patronage. I concealed the assailant's identity from Father Abbot, had Sister Matilda taken to a hermitage in Rittenwald. She stayed there under the care of sisters until she recovered and could return. How'd Sister Matilda feel about seeing the Baron again at Curso? Andreas, if you want me to tell you that I think Sister Matilda killed the Baron, I won't. Seeing him was hard for her, of course. She defended her virtue from the Baron, but her injuries were severe. Her body recovered in time. Her mind, I don't know if it ever will. She still fights him in her dreams. She wakes in the night screaming, soaked in her own sweat. So it affected her, yes. It still affects her. That doesn't mean she wanted to kill the Baron. It certainly doesn't mean she actually did. Sister Matilda is a faithful servant and friend of Christ. I believe that truly, Andreas. She is respected and beloved by the community for good reason. I think Brother Wolsev knew the Baron attacked her. He cautioned me against bringing her up with the archdeacon. No, he didn't know. Perhaps he will come to light that you are the Baron. It will come to light now that the Baron is emerged, but she didn't tell him before. But the relationship is more Andreas. He didn't know. She assured me she told no one else in all this time. No one. And if she chooses to tell anyone now, it hardly matters. I see. Do not mention Sister Matilda to the Archdeacon, Andreas. I do not believe she could have done this. Because you believe it doesn't mean it's so. Pray upon it if you need to. You will see the truth. God bless you, Andreas. I reckon women are probably the easy scapegoat. It does seem very plausible at the moment, but... you know, they're like vessels from evil or something in God's eyes, so... gotta be very careful about accusing women of anything. Bertold, did I pick them okay? You think Saint Sadia would like them? They're perfect. She likes them very much. It's a beautiful bunch of flowers, Bird. Did you pick them yourself? Yeah. Yeah, I like the purple ones most. They're handsome flowers, but we don't have these where I'm from, you know. Are you leaving them for Saint Sadia? Birdie's flowers, yes. The last of the fall's apples. Many of our store rotted when the spring damp came, but not this one. It seemed appropriate to bring it to fur. You know the story of Saint Sadia, Andreas? Brother Matthew mentioned earlier, told me the story of Saint Maurice. The hand that held the holy lance. He is very dear to us, as dear as the famous Saint Maurice, though not as widely known. Truly, Tasting has been blessed with an abundance of saints. We have, thank God. Tasting is blessed to have founded on a great trade route on fertile land close to the Lord here in the Alps. There's been no place like that, that's true. This was once a pagan village St. Maurice sowed in during a bad winter, and brought the town to the Lord with the aid of Saint Sadia. Sadia was the daughter of the town leader, the first of the pagans moved to convert. She laid St. Maurice to a spring. When he baptized her, the earth grew lush, green, rich with fruit. What fruit? Big juicy apples. And pears. Yeah, sweet pears, gooseberries, currants, apples, and other fruits native to places Sadia has never seen. Maurice and his starving men were saved by this miracle, and the town was brought to Christ's side. In a way, we were all saved that day. What happened to Sadia in the end? She was martyred for their faith. But I feel she's with us still, don't you, Bert? In the tree. In the tree. Grown from an acorn fallen from the tree that provided the kindling for Sadia's pyre. In God's grace, she is always here with us working her miracles. Seems very important to you. It's through her work and the Lord's grace that I have the life I do now. I owe all the joy of my life to her. How do you mean? When Klaus and I first married, we struggled for years to start a family. I was distraught. I wanted a child desperately. I brought an offering to Saint Sadia and prayed to be touched by her miracle of life. And we were blessed with Bert here. It came from the tree. That explains your wild disposition. And what a blessing he is. My little scamp. It's been so many years since his birth, we are struggling again. I'm hoping that Sadie and the Lord will once again bless us with a child. Perhaps a daughter? The Lord did enjoin us to be fruitful and to multiply. Let's hope he listens to his own counsel. He shouldn't keep you any longer. I hope you found peace with us here with Saint Sadia. No later, Marie. No later, Bert. No later. So I updated that. Why? How do I do an E? Has to be the grave of Lucky and Agnes' daughter, Beta. I don't know. Was she mentioned in that conversation? Beta, Betty, something like that. I don't know. Rickard. Whoa! I haven't seen you around before. Who are you? The executioner got a problem. Name's Rickard, if you care to know. Pleasure. Is it? How likely to kill one of your townsfolk? In enforce their law, I shouldn't let that affect how I see another Christian. How charitable you. Most folks won't be seen talking to an executioner. That's a shame. It's odd, I tell you. Folks shun the executioners and cheer for the sword's blow. Does it ever bother you seeing people shout for another's death? I should, besides a few pints, and I forget about their faces anyways. God, if I could use a drink. I'll leave it to it then. Hey, Master Muller. I can borrow a proper shovel from the farm, eh? One of many farms. shovel? No. Alright, we'll go back up to the church. Abbey. Got a couple brothers to talk to. I mentioned a name, the stonemason. You want to get quick. His wife. Alright, well. I'd ask about that grave. Why leave flowers there? What are they for? Not your business. I want to talk to you about this, Andreas. Don't ask me again. Found a note. Anywhere with him. Perhaps his wife can tell me more? Yep. Well, I was just thinking that... Talk to me. Good day, Andreas. Good day, Agnes. Was there something you needed? You're lingering. Something to talk to you about the grave in the forest. I tried to speak luckily about it, but you refused. Ah, yes, that does sound like my husband. I know it's not my business, but visiting a secret grave in the woods is unusual. Do we not pray for the souls of the dead, Andreas? Ah! You know what I mean? It's a big no-no. Everything else would have been nice. Our sorrows, Andreas. Let my husband and I mourn ours in peace. I understand. I'll be with you. Fortunate. No. For the girl, one grave, two innocents. The red bird flies. Came from? No. No, and that's all you're getting from me, Andres. Are you done? One grave for two innocents? Isn't that the grave in the forest? That's all you leave flowers there. The door. It's not your business. I won't talk to you about this. Don't ask again. That's another dime. It's not getting me anywhere. I wonder if I'm just like triggering things too early. You're gonna accuse someone like that, you gotta come in with 5 ammo. Sure he's in the main church. We're here. God bless. Matthew, God bless. Glass. There was a guy in the kitchen, but I don't recall seeing anyone else really. Where's this Thomas fellow that you're talking about? Have I met Thomas? If my journal would say something. I have the means to solve the Volvelle. Maybe that'll give me something to press parents with. What's this? Someone in a hurry to get rid of this parchment. Not a crazy note for a third suspect. Smells recent, probably wasn't burned more than a day ago. Can't read what it says, unless there's another one. Their deep indentation is parchment. Whoever wrote on the page above must have been angry. I wonder if I can make a charcoal rubbing on this page and reveal the content of the writing. Someone angrily writing the other note. Aaron Rothfugel. It's unintuitive. Okay. Clear as an alpine day. It's a letter to the Baron from Prior Ference. This must be where Ference wrote the letter I found in the guest house. Nuns was blackmailing Ference. It's the same text. So that has nothing to do with this burnt note. I know the connection between the astrological symbols on cipher and the elemental symbols in Volvelle. This note should be easy to decipher. So I need this one to be an earth, and then I gotta find the W. The W looking thing. That one. Okay, this isn't so complicated, so, oh, it is air. Oh, now I need to go to Earth. And that's the correct symbol. Fire. Fire B, that's correct. Water X. Fire. Or Y. It's weird how it keeps pointing on the right thing. I wonder if that's intentional or not. Fire. Air. W. Is that the same W? It is. Air this time? No, alright, it's the same one. Earth. N. Oh, I see. So it's the O, or the A. And then Earth again. And water. Higher hard. Gerard, brother, as in the late brother Gerard? Yes, it can't be a coincidence. The one that was disturbed? That's a G? Why is it an H? Higher hard. Brother Gerard died sometime last year. How did disconnect with him? Hi Gerard. I see. Not higher, it's not even how you spell high correct. It's Hi Gerard. So is he trying to speak to the dead? Ah, hi, E.C. Gerard. Here lies Gerard. It's an anagram using Gerard's name to use his name as abbreviation. Lies Gerard. I would have used Gerardus personally, but Gerard's grave. I wonder if it has something to do with Baron's murder. Should ask to have permission to exhume the grave as soon as possible. Who's the abbot? No, I remember him. He's an old-ass man. Where can I find him, though? Gerard's grave is so recent. Ferns must have buried something here. I need to dig up the grave. I want to know what he's up to. Father Gurnet's permission first. I bet Otto would help me if I asked. Perhaps Brother Volvelle would lend me a hand. Gonna tell me where I can find this guy. know, Grave Robin's a big misdeed. Volper was a mercenary, he might be able to help me out, but just ask the father. I'm doing it. So, if I make it official... No, we have to find out why this grave is disturbed. Andreas, I trust you are abiding by my command to leave Piero and the rest of the monastics in peace. Gernet's in a difficult position. If he hadn't been at the abbot long, and he's young, the elder monks don't respect him. A friend of his bishop murdered on the roof of his abbey doesn't look good. I represent a threat to the abbot's authority. He could expel me from the abbey, masterwork or not. I can lie and say I've investigated a single thing. Then I may never discover who really killed Nuns and Piero and die for it. And be careful not to agitate Gernet before the archdeacon arrives. Clearly you do not understand the grave nature of the situation. Moreover, I do not appreciate your implication that I have done nothing as we await the arrival of the archdeacon. Just because you do not see people act does not mean their actions cease to exist, Andreas. There is more at stake here than you understand, Andreas. That may be, but I can't in good conscience let an innocent man face death while murder runs loose. So I've come to you with a request. And I have reason to believe there's something to him, Brother Piro's grave, and I'd like to dig it up. What does that have to do with the death of Baron Rothfogel? I suspect the weapon to the murder is buried there. Yes, me as well. Baron Rothfogel was stabbed. We know the murder weapon used to kill him. Brother Piero found holding it. Baron's stab wound was self-inflicted. He was killed by a blow to the head. How do you know this? I recall telling you to stay off the abbey grounds after the body was discovered. I examined the body with Brother Florian. I see, so when I told you to stay away from the abbey, it meant nothing to you? And you admit such to my face. Fascinating. Well, you gotta believe that I actually have a good reason to say this, bro. Like, not hearsay. Brother Florian and I will discuss his role in the terror later. You seem to think I don't care who killed the Baron or whether Piero is the one who did it. I do. But I have a role to play here, and I can't be seen to undermine the authority of the archdeacon in stepping outside of it. If you take me for a fool, I will not let you exhume Brother Gerard's body on a hunch. What's the matter? He's nothing more than bones now. I'm sure he won't mind. You think you'd let me dig it up if he didn't know about the investigation? Like, come on. Ah. Here, I thought honesty was the Christian thing to do. He is a brother of this abbey, and he should be left in peace. It says, I would like to be. Leave me now and do not pester me about this again. Father God, can I give me permission to dig up Brother Gerard's grave? I may need to convince Brother Volkert to help me dig up his grave. Maybe Otto Zimmerman would be willing to help. Find Brother Volkberg. I was thinking Florian was him, but I guess not. There he is. Hey, Andreas, do you need something? Father Abbott said I should help you if needed. You know, the grave already looks disturbed, really, for, like, careful about this. Nobody has to know. Doesn't matter, I need your help with Brother Volkert. I suspect there's something hidden in Gerard's grave. Do you think you can dig it up for me? Who asked Father Drunut? I wanted to help, but I don't think I should unless he says it's alright. I must be honest with the abbot, especially for removing from disturbing Gerard's grave, but I must ask you to do it regardless. Alright, I'll talk to the abbot. Fine, that's gonna do well. Can't ask a brother to do this. But Otto might not be able to just waltz in here and do it. You talking about old Otto or young Otto? Andreas heard about the Baron's friend of yours was killed in the Abbey. Piero, I talked to you yesterday. My mentor brother Piero was blamed for the crime. One of the elder brothers, his name, might have met him while I was replacing the scriptorium roof. Seemed alright sort for a monk, sorry to hear it. Anyways, did you need something? Otherwise, I got things to do. You can help me dig up a grave at the Abbey. Why? You think there's something in there that'll prove the old brother's innocent, right? That's it, you're perceptive, Otto. I only listen to people talk, you should try it. Did you talk to the abbot about this mischief? I wouldn't want to get my grubby hands all over his stuff without his permission. Actually, he expressly forbade it. And you still want me to do it? Sure, why not? I'll take a few hours though, especially if I'm digging alone. Alright. Grab the tools. Oh, town carpenter, what's that like? Exhausting, not unlike this here. Satisfying too to make things with my hands, so feel the sun on my neck and sap under my fingers. I haven't fallen off a roof yet, so all in all, I can't complain. Did you want to be carpenter. And it never crossed my mind that I'd do anything else. I was always going to do what my father did. How else would I have learned? But I like being a carpenter. It's necessary work. Keeps me talking to everyone in town and aware of what's about them. Many people in Tasting are struggling, Andreas, the peasants especially. Heard as much from Claire Gertman. They used to be able to pay a portion of their taxes and crops, but the abbot put an end to that. Now, if they get a bad price from the miller, they don't have enough to pay the abbey. Exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. The abbot might own the land, but he doesn't work it. He reaps the benefits of others' efforts. But it's not just him. The law, imperial law, that's what gives him power. So maybe the laws have to change. I had no idea it was so bad. My family are all artists. You're from Nuremberg, right? Well away from the peasants' problems. I'd be surprised if you did know. Good thing you came to Tasting. You can get a real education in how the world works. Anyway, I should get back to digging. It's gonna take a while. This is all on my own. Got ways to go yet. Why don't you take a look around? Alright. Father Matthias is here. The wooden headstone too. Things must be worse for the abbey than I thought. Couldn't the abbots be buried with bare marble? The rest of the abbots are in the crypt or under the church. I took a look at them while inspecting the foundations with interest. Here's so built on top of an old Roman fort, not cheap to maintain by any means. Surely they can do better than a wooden gravestone. Take it up with Abbott if brothers bothers you so much. Yeah, I think I should get wood. Would be fitting for a carpenter, but come on, all these other ones are stone. Brother Jacob from Cologne, did you ever meet him? We spoke a couple times. He was a funny man, and just about the only one of these monks with a sense of humor. Some of them aren't so bad. Piero especially knows how to laugh. Say so. Jacob had a gift for manipulating his features and his voice to imitate the other monks. A man like that is wasted at an abbey. Sister Maria, the librarian, probably before your time. I was a boy when she passed. My father spoke well of hers, though. Said she reminded him of his own grandmother, a sweet woman who loved the Lord. Expected the abbot will have her dug up soon. Pardon? The brothers and sisters are buried here until their bodies decompose, then they're dug up and moved to the abbey's crypt. A ghoulish tradition, I've always thought. When dead should remain buried. But then they don't have much space here, and many of the monks aren't long for death themselves, so... Our angry monk coming this way. I could have ditched him, but he came here with me, bro. Like, it's all well here. would it not be? I have you covered the carpenter into digging up. But where's the carpenter into digging up the late brother Gerard? No one has disturbed this grave, and I suspect it's connected with the Baron's murder. It's just curious you're telling the truth. Even so, Brother Gerard's grave is not your concern. You're not a member of his community, Andreas. Abbott gave me permission. The rest is not your business. Oh, that's my only option. As the Circator, it is my duty to prevent for mischief such as this. Like the mischief you and Rigger get up to in the library? Die. Whatever this is about will leave me out of it. Nothing, Andrea, she's just being cruel. Eyes aren't good enough to see my looks. Well, Brother Matthew, maybe continue our work. Finish quickly and clean up when you're done. Alright, that worked out for me. We'll go old-fashioned blackmail. Mother Bruhilda Abista. I doubt anyone is in that one. Given the age, I'd say she's long been moved to Abbey Crypt by now. You're worried Father Gurnet might try to punish us for this. God willing, we'll be done before he finds out about it. So you want me to speed it up? Sure, what do you care about my back? Christ. Well, I've reached the body, but there's something wrong with it. Looks fine enough, decay notwithstanding, but someone stuffed a sack under his ribs. Good, let me see. Covered in blood, but what the fuck is that? Some kind of zodiac dish and a scepter? Strange collection of objects. Strange how. Two are plated with precious metals and engraved a silver chase rod with a golden plate. The rod has symbols of zodiac on it. The plate has some script I don't recognize. Well, it's covered in blood regardless. Like, could this be the murder weapon? Knife. Seems ordinary enough, but together with the other two buried here. Why would someone bury them here together? Because they're forbidden? Okay, so he was doing a ritual. Maybe he was gonna cut himself, offer some blood, you know? Maybe they were gonna do it together. That's why they both had knives, and one came at the other. Maybe he made the threat, and when he saw him fall on his knife, he saw an opportunity to bash him with the scepter. And, I don't know, it is covered in blood. Right, there's blood on some of the symbols on the rod, dried to be certain, but not that old. Aaron tried cleaning this, but wasn't able to remove all the blood. Could this be what was used to kill Lorenz? Right, well, I mean, Baron seems the most suspicious now, I'd say. Like, he's an asshole. Nobody's really vouching for his innocence. And blackmail, solid motive. Who buried this here anyways? Can't say if it's connected to Baron's murder. Well, none of this makes any sense. What's going on here, guys? That's what I need to figure out, Otto. Thank you for your help. Find someone to eat with. What's the time? 2.5. Usually my voice starts to die. The brothers should all be eating together. I wouldn't be invited to their table, I don't think. What happens if I tell them about the murder weapon? Should I? Andreas? No, I probably should not. Chapter house is where the murder happened, right? Maybe having the weapon will help me figure out the blood stain. Blood stain is awful. Must have been left by the Baron before he died, but how? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, I promised to eat with the bakers, didn't I? I'm gonna head there and then I don't think I'll eat with them now. I think it's probably a decent place to stop right before we talk to the Inquisitor or whatever the hell his title is. But we do have a list of things to talk about, so this one was called Demon Turf. I did not finish it. I gave it 9 hours. I dropped it. I was not really a fan of this. So, like, I 100%ed one area. It looked like there may be 4 areas. And there's a lot of side content, too. Like, there's an arena and, like, a soccer thing. And it's, like, a hub world to explore. A lot of, like, platforming challenges that I did. So, like, you know, it's more than one area that I did. But I'd say maybe did, like, maybe 2/5 of the game if you wanted to split it that way. I did most of the side content. Anyways, this is a 3D platformer. I'd call it a collectathon, but the collectibles don't actually appear until after you've beaten an area. You can go back for like a B-side level where things are a little different. There's collectibles all over. And I guess time advanced, so like things are just a little different, and there's like a photo hunt thing you can do, like taking screenshots of things to earn more collectibles when you turn them in. So you gotta look for like riddles and stuff within these things. Some are in the B-side levels. There's also like Hollow Knight badges, or you can get customize the characters on your... Customize the colors on your character. The badges are pretty good, but you can only equip a couple of them, which is really annoying, because some of them are just, like, nice. Like, I don't know, you can do, like, another jump after your double jump, or, move faster, where I think you move at a really sluggish pace to begin with. Really, everything's very, like, slidey feeling. I just don't like the way the movement feels at all. I heard good things about it, that's why I played it. I got it from a Humble Bundle, but still. Some people really like the platforming. I did not. Like, again, you feel really sluggish. There is that badge that makes it feel a bit better, but I don't know, I don't care for the way jumping works. You can do, like, a normal jump, and then you can do, like, a sort of tornado thing, gives you a little hover, and then you can like fling yourself like a ball out of that, get some extra height, and you kind of gotta string these things together. There's also like a wall jump. And it can get creative sometimes. Again, I said there were those challenge levels that I did, and they weren't bad, but the physics themselves are unpredictable. They're too, like, actual physics, not just hard-coded things, which made them feel kind of janky and bad. Like, there was one level where there was, like, a rotating rectangular prism, and if you stood on it on the wrong angle, it would turn into a slide, because the game has sliding mechanics, I guess, and that would just fuck you over. When, you know, it's intended for you to just walk on it flat, you know, it's a flat surface, and that's what they were going for. You know, you just, like, die at the end of a long chain of hard platforming above a bottomless pit for no reason. See, there's a whole, like some endless tower thing and, like a summer expansion. There's, like, 3 things you can launch when you play the game, so there's a lot of content here if you do happen to like it. No voice acting, really. The character makes quips very occasionally, but all this text is not that. I guess there's some kind of petty gang leader and you're trying to become the king of the demon world. After you beat a area boss at the end of an area, you get like a new turf tool thing. It does a thing. I guess it could make things more interesting, maybe. It's something you have to equip, though, so it's not just like instantly adding to your set. You imagine you can only use one at a time. I got a grapple hook, which, you know, you can grapple hook with it, or you can pull things toward you, or you can drag things around. It was needed for the soccer game. There's some crappy combat. You, like, throw a little air fist that, like, apply force to things. And you kind of just, like, slide enemies around and make them hit, like, a hazardous wall or something. And it works, like, the same for you, so you get pushed around, which is really frustrating when you just, like, fucking slide into a spike wall very slowly because you lost control of your character. And yeah, I mean, it's shit, it's frustrating. I don't like the combat whatsoever. The platforming is something that you might like or not, but the combat I fucking hate. And a lot of stuff is just like floating in the middle of nothingness. I get that you're in the underworld, but still, it's like, it's not selling me on the believability of the world. And just the music's very bad. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but the music is like shit. It seems like they're going for like a hip-hop thing at first when you launch it, and then you get in the game, it's just like it's like non-music. It's not ambient, but it's also not like music. Like, I don't know what to say other than that I really don't like it at all. It's not vibes, and like vibing to the music is like half the fun of playing a 3D platformer most of the time, you know? Like, I think of Mario 64's soundtrack more than the actual gameplay most of the time. Jesus. What? The characters are like 2D cutouts. It's like a weird animation style, but I don't like all the animations. I think the jump looks especially shitty. You just kind of, the legs don't really move at all. You just kind of like float into the air a bit. There's not very much in the way of particle effects on it or anything. It's not really selling me on the momentum of it, you know? I don't know, it seems like there's a lot of content if you happen to like what's in this game, but I think that it all feels like floaty and jank, and I really don't vibe with the music or anything. Like, I don't know, I gave it 10 hours, you know, less than 10, 9, but I just never felt like launching it that third time. So, yeah, I was pretty out of it. I thought I would like this one more than I did, but I did not. I just didn't. I didn't have, like, any fun. There were no smiles on my face. It's not like it's an incompetently made game, you know, it's functional. I'd say this is maybe like a 5 out of 10, maybe if you really love platformers, which, admittedly, I don't. I usually prefer platforming as like a supplementary mechanic and things than just a straight platformer, but... I don't know, I wasn't a fan. That's all we gotta say about that one, and with that, my voice is tired, so, I will see you guys later. Maybe not next week, I mean, they got Christmas, so, you know, holidays. And then I should officially put an end to my vacation and start applying to jobs. I've been putting off just because I didn't want to miss Christmas for an interview or something stupid, but... yeah. Anyways, bye-bye.